What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling. There's been a tumultuous relationship between CM Punk and AEW, and it is seemed to have come to an end. Don't forget to hit the like button, like, comment, comment, share.
Stupid.
And subscribe to the channel, What the Wrestling. As always, you guys already know where to find me. Link in the description at the bottom. Man, oh man. So, as of September 3rd, unless you've been living under a rock, if you're a wrestling fan, more news has shocked the wrestling world as CM Punk has been fired effective immediately from AEW. So, as I read this Forbes article, CM Punk's tumultuous tenure with AEW is at its merciful end. When Tony Khan fired CM Punk effective immediately, here are some of the highlights from the written statement that was put out on X, aka Twitter. All Elite Wrestling has terminated the wrestler and employment agreements between Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, and AEW with cause effective immediately. Read an official statement from AEW. The termination was confirmed by Tony Khan today, CEO, General Manager, and Head of Creative of AEW. Phil played an important role within AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of his AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone, said Khan as part of the statement. Man, so Punk's ousting came as a result of AEW's latest Punk-related investigation, this time stemming from a backstage fight with Jungle Boy Jack Perry over Perry's use of real glass. Punk's brawl-in proved to be the final straw almost 1 year ago, since the brawl-out timing has certainly not been on AEW's side in 2023, despite making a historic breaking the paid attendance record with 81,035 tickets sold. AEW, making history, has taken a backseat to its present-day fiasco involving CM Punk. Punk's firing comes on the first day of stiff competition from college football, among other mainstream sports, on the day when AEW Collision needed Punk the most. So there's a lot to unpack here. Start from the top. Start from the top. Start from the top. 1 year to the day, almost exactly 1 year to the day, we had Brawl Out. CM Punk had the media scrum, talk shit about Colt Cabana, talk shit about Hangman Page, talk shit about, I believe he talked shit about the Bucks. Went backstage, said if anybody wants to come see me, I'll be backstage. Then Young Bucks rolled up on him like, yo, what's poppin'? What you said? CM Punk throws a punch. Their fight ensues. There are chairs thrown. People get bit by Ace Steel. Somebody saved Larry the dog. There was a lot going on last year. Punk is subsequently indefinitely suspended, stripped of the AEW title. He is hurt anyway, so he had to take about 9 months off. And cue the comeback of CM Punk and the cue of his own show, Collision. The people that don't play nice with you, CM Punk, we will leave on Dynamite. The people that do play nice with you, we will bring to Collision. And Warner Brothers Discovery wants you, so we're going to give you your own show. They want you. You're a draw. No secret. Let's give you your own show and make you the star of it. And we'll build to certain matches and keep it pushing from there. Great. Then you cue a couple of months ago, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, well, Jack Perry now, he wants to use real glass and he wants to get written off of TV. He wants to use real glass because he is going on a vacation anyway. So he's leaving, taking a week or two, maybe a couple days off, and he wants to get written off of TV by using glass. It gets approved by management, but CM Punk tells him, "Hey, listen, man, we don't do that here. Don't use real glass. Real glass, you cannot control it. Glass has a mind of its own. Glass does what it wants to do. You can't control it. Relax." Cool. So Jungle Boy Jack Perry doesn't do it, and there are reports that come out that Jack Perry, he didn't want to come to work. He looked bad in the media because the media portrayed the wrestling media portrayed him as somebody who didn't want to come to work, who was lazy, who wanted to go take a vacation when in fact he had already had the vacation planned anyway, and he just wanted to do something creative to get written off of TV. Cool. CM Punk gave him advice. I guess he didn't take it, even though it was already approved. There's a lot going on there. Cue All In, Jungle. I'm keep calling him Jungle Boy. Excuse the airplane going over. Jack Perry comes out and he's like, "Listen." He does a spot with Hook in his match. He gets suplexed onto glass, and he says, "Look, real glass, cry me a river." Says that into the camera, keeps going with his match, whatever. He goes backstage. CM Punk, now they're differentiating reports, but pretty much what happened, as I'm going to paraphrase this, what basically happened is he's already in Gorilla. There's a bunch of people in the Gorilla position backstage, including Tony Khan himself. CM Punk walks up to Jack Perry because he's waiting to go on for his match. And he's like, "Yo, man, you got a problem with me?" Jack Perry's like, "What? What's the problem? What's up?" He was like, "You know I can kick your ass, right?" And Jack Perry's like, "Man, listen, whatever." Words were exchanged. There was a pie face. And then he had him in a headlock. It immediately was broken up. And this is something new that I didn't know. There was a big dust-up argument backstage between him and Tony Khan and some people involved, and he quote-unquote lunged at Tony Khan. Now, to me, I'm like, lunged? Get the fuck out of here! What the hell does that even mean? He lunged at Tony Khan. So there were reports that said that he lunged at Tony Khan. He smacked off some monitors off the desk. And he said, "Listen, I hate this place. I don't need to be here, blah, blah, blah." There are reports that say he didn't want to go out for his match. And he said, "Fuck that, I ain't going out." And then they went to go ask the Young Bucks and FTR if they could go out. They said, "Well, we're not ready." And then they went to go ask Bullet Club and Kenny Omega and those boys, "Hey, can you guys go out? Because CM Punk don't want to go out." And they said, "I guess, okay, we could go out." Samoa Joe came back in and he talked to CM Punk and said, "Listen, bruv, let's do it. Let's go out." And he talked him into going out. And if you go back and look at that, CM Punk did not look happy. He came out with a steak face. He came out looking irritated. He did not come out looking good. 81,035 people in the arena, biggest wrestling event of all time. And he didn't look happy, but cool. They got through the match. The match was actually good. They got backstage. Jack Perry was asked to leave. CM Punk goes to his dressing room. Security was with him. They asked security, "Do you think it's best if I leave?" Security said, "Listen, man, it might be best if you leave." He leaves, and that's it. A couple of days later, about a week later, we get this news on Friday night, and then we get this news on Saturday, which was 2 days ago, and then Saturday night during Collision in Chicago, Tony Khan comes out and he says, "Listen, I've been a wrestling fan for 30 years. I know some people are not happy with the decision. I had to do something that I did not want to do, and literally the last place I wanted to do it, because this is Chicago, this is Punk country, and I had to fire him in his hometown. Of course, he was the crowd was highly upset. And you can go check that out on X, aka Twitter. You can check that out on YouTube. It's all over the place by now. And he basically talked to the crowd. He came out, he grabbed his huevos, he grabbed his cojones, and he faced the crowd. And he said, listen, I had to do what I had to do. I felt for my safety. I felt for the people that work backstage. I felt for their safety. And I've never, working in this business for 4 years, I've never felt for my safety like I felt for my safety last week in the biggest wrestling show of all time. So I want to apologize to the fans, but we are here. We are AEW. We will be okay. We are going to put on the best matches that we can put on, regardless of who's here. And I know you guys are wrestling fans. I'm a wrestling fan. We're going to get all of this done. We're going to knock this out the park. Please, please just bear with me. And I love you guys. And we're out of here. So he faced the crowd. He got them. They turned on him, but he got them to come around by the end of the day. And that was that. And CM Punk no longer with the company. All Out happened. It was a very good show, very important show, and AEW keeps rolling on. CM Punk, wish him best in his future endeavors, and this is where we stand. Uh, what I would start off by saying is this: this is a sad day.
Nope.
For wrestling, because CM Punk, after 7 years, comes back to one of the loudest sustained ovations for anyone that I have ever freaking heard in my entire life. He came back 7 years out of the business, and everybody loved him. He came back, said he wanted to help younger talent, wanted to help AEW, and it just seems like it's very sad that it ended the way it ended, because he ain't going back to WWE after he publicly shit on them so bad, and they probably wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Only place he could probably go is New Japan. Everybody else, basically, he's too expensive. They can't afford him. And we might have seen the last of CM Punk in the wrestling business. We might have seen it at All In. We might have seen it. That's the truth. The truth is we missed a lot of great matches he could have had. Him and Danielson, him and MJF again, him and Punk and Kenny Omega. We missed a CM FTR versus the Elite. We missed a lot of great matches and great builds that we could have potentially done. But we will not get them now because of this situation. So sad day for wrestling fans, sad day for the wrestling business that dudes can't keep a professional backstage. That's number one. Number two, this all could have been avoided. If Jungle Boy doesn't do it, if Jack Perry doesn't do what he does, if Punk doesn't do what he does, if Punk is the bigger man and just walks away, why do you need to confront somebody because they said some shit you didn't like about them? When you talk shit about Hangman, when you talk shit about the Bucks indirectly, did anybody come to you and said, "Do you got a problem with me?" No, that was after Brawl Out. Nobody came up to you backstage and said, "Bro, you've done it. Is it right?" No. But if somebody can do it, if you've done it to other people, somebody can do it to you. Shit on somebody publicly. Now, the crowd, they didn't give a shit about this. The people who cover this stuff and the wrestling media and the smart mark fans that look at the dirt sheets and all that, yeah, we would have known what Jack Perry was talking about. But did it warrant you going back there and choking him out in front of your boss, pie facing him allegedly in front of your boss? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you stupid or dumb?
Stupid.
So I think everybody involved could have just been the bigger man and walked away and go to work, do your job, chill out with the people you like, the people you don't like, stay away from them, and keep it pushing. Why is it so hard for people in AEW to do that? You go in, you do your job like any other job, you entertain the fans, we love you, we cheer for you, we boo you, we do what we want to do, you make a lot of money doing it, and then you go backstage, you chill with the people you like, you stay away from the people you don't, and then you go home. Really simple. But apparently, people backstage in AEW don't know how to do that. And I don't know what it is. In any job on the face of the planet. You could go to McDonald's. If you lunge at your boss, you are fired on the spot. They will never have, they'll kick you out and work short staff right there. If you fight in a McDonald's in the back, you will be fired. So I don't understand why you think you can fight backstage in a wrestling building with all that goddamn security, with all the things that could potentially go wrong. Why do you think you can put your hands on people? If somebody puts their hands on you, it is what it is. As a man or woman, you have every right to defend yourself. But if somebody says, "Hey, RJD, you're an asshole," okay, we got a problem. What's up? Why do you think I'm an asshole? Let's talk it out. What's your problem with me? What did I do to you? Maybe you misconstrued something. Maybe there was something that I did that you took the wrong way. A conversation is all that's needed. Why do you got to put Jungle Boy in a headlock for 2 seconds? Why you got to pie face the brother? Like, it doesn't make sense. So everything that happened didn't make a lot of sense to me. Jungle Boy, he's young. He had an incident. He'll learn from this. He'll be fine. He'll, it'll blow over for him. It was his first incident. But for Punk, I didn't think they would fire him, but they fired him. You can't go around putting your hands on people because you don't like them. That's stupid.
Stupid.
It doesn't make sense. Can't do it. Can't do that. Can't do that. Was he trying to get fired? Maybe. Maybe after Brawl Out, he was like, you know what? I got to get out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And he was like, how can I get out of here and still retain my money and still get paid out? And here we go. Maybe this is how. I'll lunge at TK. I'll start a fight. I'll maybe not start a fight, but I'll go too far in an altercation with Jack Perry and keep it pushing. To me, this is all bad. There's nothing good that comes from this. A, it's embarrassing. B, AEW now, instead of us talking about All In and All Out, their biggest show in wrestling history, biggest paid attendance shoot in wrestling history, we gotta sit here and talk about CM Punk and why he can't keep his goddamn hands to himself. Now listen, he went back there and swung on the Bucks. He swung first for all intents and purposes. That's what everybody says. He swung first, but he can't keep his hands to himself. You're gonna pie face Jack Perry and then put him in a headlock because he didn't take your advice on glass. You see how stupid that sounds coming out loud? I'm a veteran. I'm trying to tell the young boy not to use glass. The young boy uses glasses anyway. He doesn't take my advice. And then he sort of calls me out indirectly on live TV. So I'm going to go back there. And instead of having a conversation on why you don't do what you did, instead of having a conversation, taking it outside, having a conversation, I'm going to put my hands on a young brother because I don't like the fact that he didn't take my advice. That sounds stupid when you say it out loud. Punk is not a dummy. He was very calculated, I believe, in what he did because he's not stupid. He's a very smart brother, and he knows if I just quit, I ain't getting none of that money. And if they fire me, I could potentially get the rest of my contract if they try to buy me out or something like that. But at the advice of his lawyers, who's on the committee team at AEW, they advised him, get rid of Punk. They got rid of Punk. He said he felt like his life was in danger. Other people also felt like their life was in danger, so they got rid of Punk. Sad day for us all. Sad day for wrestling fans. I think this is trash. I think it sucks, but I think it had to be done. But it's like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that could potentially happen, right? There are a lot of people that said CM Punk is the problem, CM Punk is the cancer, and Punk is like, it's not me, it's not me. Tell me when I'm telling lies, right? But at the end of the day, in your life, if shit keeps happening to you, the common denominator is you, not everyone around you. You. So this sucks ass, and I hope that Mr. Brooks, well, he'll be fine. He'll land on his feet. He is into a lot of things. He'll be all right. He'll make money. He will continue to provide for his family. But as a wrestling fan, I think this is garbage. I think it sucks. And I am extremely irritated that as a wrestling fan now, I don't get to see CM Punk doing what he does best and seeing some of the builds and some of the promos with some of the best people that AEW has to offer. I have been robbed of that opportunity to see that. And that sucks as a fan, unfortunately. So I hope CM Punk gets his mind right and he stops putting his goddamn hands on people because they upset him. He was given everything. He was given his own show. He was given the people that he likes to work with. He was given top priority. He was given favorable treatment. Yes, the bullcrap happened in London where they didn't have travel set up for him and he's one of the biggest stars. I don't know what happened there. That was actually very dumb.
Stupid.
On the company's part, one of your biggest stars has to take the damn train to the biggest show in wrestling history. I think you might want to make sure one of your biggest stars gets to the event safely. Just me. I don't know who dropped the ball on that. But this is all trash. This all sucks. All of it. Feel bad for Tony Khan because not only was he embarrassed last year, 1 year later, he gets embarrassed again as right after the biggest show in wrestling history, he's got to sit there and talk about seeing goddamn Punk having another backstage altercation with another person a year later after they done brought this man back and gave him everything he freaking wanted. And he made Tony Khan look like an absolute bitch last year. Because if I go to my place of business where I work and I start talking about other people when my boss standing right there going off on the company that I work for, going off on the EVPs in the company that I work for, live on TV when my boss sitting right next to me with the blank stare on his face, they're going to shit can my ass. So I don't know where you could do that at. But, you know, when you're valuable, you get preferential treatment. Took some time off, get your mind right. And then he takes the time off, heals up, comes back, and the same shit happens again. And this time he's lunging at the damn boss. He's headlocking people, throwing monitors on the floor allegedly. Come on, man. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
Get the fuck out of here!
And I love CM Punk as a person. He's one of the reasons that I started watching wrestling again when I just so happened to click on the pipe bomb in 2011. I was out of wrestling for a couple of years. All I did was watch the big shows: WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. That's it. I didn't watch none of the other shows. But this brother, because of the pipe bomb, I just so happened to be flicking channels one night, saw him put Cena through a table, cuts the pipe bomb, and I was like, oh, what the hell is going on in wrestling right now? Who is the CM Punk guy? So that's why I rock with CM Punk. But like, I can't rock with this, man. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy, man. Maybe he wanted to leave and he did it on purpose. Maybe not. But at the end of the day, the fans are the ones who are disappointed. The fans are the ones who lose. So it just seems like CM Punk, they didn't give a goddamn about anybody else but CM Punk. Because if he cared about the fans and he cared about AEW, he would have made better decisions. Excuse me. He would have made better decisions with the opportunity that he was given. So we'll see what happens next. As for AEW, there's a plethora of talent. There's a lot of talent in AEW. There's a lot of things that they got going on right now. All Out was freaking fantastic. The talent is there, the workload is there, the people are there. They will be fine, and I think now with Punk gone, they will come back better than ever. AEW, baby. Those are my thoughts on Mr. Punk. Those are my thoughts on what has transpired in the last 3 or 4 days. Follow me on What the Wrestling, as always, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and everywhere else, Spotify and Anchor. I'm out. Everybody be safe. Enjoy your Labor Day. Peace.